Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing that Q&A. There's a lot of comments, over like 100 comments, so definitely going to be a lot of questions, probably a longer video. Hopefully you guys, it's not too long, but I want to knock out all these questions for you guys. And really appreciate everyone commenting and everything like that. By the way, I will be doing the giveaway by Friday, so I'll decide the 5 people by Friday at the latest. And, I'll let you know through YouTube if you won, and then you'll get your free NC coin. Anyways, let's jump into it. So the first question is from, I can't even pronounce it. You guys know, first off, I'm really bad at pronouncing things, as you've watched my videos. So if I butcher your name, don't get mad. I will butcher a few names for sure. This first guy, IHEB Amari. I'm just going to call you Amari. So Amari, his question is, how do you manage to enjoy this game with so much work and projects on your hand? Basically, how do you manage your time between your gaming and work life? So that's actually a great question, because it's pretty hard to do that. I work full time, and then I also do school part time, like community college. Nothing not like a university or anything like that, but just some like little college credits. So I do have a lot of, I'm pretty busy. Honestly, the balance is just whenever I get home and have free time, I just start making videos. There's always new stuff to talk about in Blade & Soul, or at least MMORPGs in general, so it's not like I'm ever out of content. If anything, I'm behind the content. I'm trying to always catch up. I'll be at work and they'll announce, like, because they always announce their stuff on Wednesday for Blade & Soul, they'll announce something new, and I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get home and put out that video. So I'm always really on top of that, and so honestly, I just always try, focus on getting the videos out. And then in terms of just Blade & Soul, I've honestly been at the same gear for a while. I just honestly just do my weeklies. I always do the weeklies because they give a lot of gold and materials. Always do my weekly raids, and then the daily challenge I've been doing every day, but just very fast. I do like the Celestial Basin quest and stuff like that. Just for this oil event, once this is over, I'll honestly just step it down, just do daily challenge every couple days. So I don't really play actual Blade & Soul that much, maybe like a few hours a day at the most. Like, it's not that much as I used to, where I used to play tons of hours on hours. But definitely I just try to focus on the videos first, and then whatever free time after I'm done making and editing the videos, I'll just do my Blade & Soul real quick. But overall, I don't play Blade & Soul that much as I'm really used to. Next question is from Memesmith. Now Memesmith, he asked, what's your opinion on the Blade & Soul anime? So Blade & Soul anime honestly is kind of average in my opinion. It's not super good or super bad. It's just kind of like, eh. I haven't finished the whole thing. I've watched like 4 or 5 episodes, and I just kind of stopped. Just because it wasn't super interesting to me, honestly. It's just okay. I know why you're asking that, because I always have Blade & Soul anime as my thumbnail. And the reason why I do that is just because I really love anime in general. And then, I'm talking about Blade & Soul stuff, so it only made sense that, I'm going to do something with anime that involves Blade & Soul. It'd be kind of weird if I just put a random anime picture for a Blade & Soul video. So I'm not like a huge fan of the anime. I think it's just okay. Some of the animes I do like, though, are like freaking Angel Beats, Your Lie in April. I like a lot of sad animes. I have no idea why. Fate Stay Night, stuff like that. There's a lot of really great animes out there. I definitely need to catch up on them. A new one that I like a lot is Overlord. I think that one's really great. It's about a guy that is like stuck in an MMORPG, and it's kind of like Sword Art Online type feeling, but a little bit different. But overall, I really like that one so far. But yeah, I don't really care for the anime that much. I think it's just kind of average, but I just love anime in general, so that's why I always use their thumbnails. Next question is from Elite Obi. So he asked, as a new player, how can I join Jark's clan? So I guess you're talking to me. Again, I am a new player, so I might be getting some of this stuff wrong, but I will try very hard, and I won't slow anyone down. And I am level 40. So honestly, you couldn't join my main clan just because you have to be 55 and actually pretty geared, just because we do raids and stuff like that. But we do have an old clan. My gunner Jark is actually on it right now. So you got, it's called Excalibur's Faith, and that's just an old clan basically, or new player clan version of our main clan. And you can join that, and then once I can invite you to that easily anytime you want, honestly, because I'm a veteran in that. But you can join that, and then once you maybe get geared up enough, you can join our main clan and then run raids with us. We're really nice though. Like we help you guys through like Black Tower raids like that. You don't even have to be very geared. So really nice clan, and they'll definitely do content with you. So if you want to join my clan, just let me know. And you know, I'll try to get you hooked up on the Faith Oak clan. But definitely focus on leveling up. You want to be 55 because in general, most clans, at least competitive clans, will not take you if you're not 55, just because the game doesn't even really start till you're 55. Level 1 through 55 is just like a tutorial, in my opinion. It's just the story mode. So definitely try to level, but yeah, I can hook you up, man. We can hook you up for sure. Alright, so Kevin Liu, he has 2 questions. Actually, no, he has a couple questions. Never mind. First question is, how old are you? So I am 20 years old. I'll be 21 in September 26th. So we'll be 21 pretty soon. Getting pretty old, in my opinion. I feel like an old man already. But yeah, I'm 20, and that's about it for that. What's your next question? Are you single? I am currently single right now. I just got out of a really long-term relationship. It was like 4 years or something like that. So definitely not really looking to get back into a relationship anytime soon. Just kind of want to focus on YouTube and working and trying to just, you know, just invest in myself, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't a really long-term relationship. Didn't really end well. So just kind of decided, you know, I need kind of a break to work on myself and not so much, you know, keep getting in relationships and getting distracted on my goals. But yeah, I'm single right now, so you know, if you wanna hook up, we could. No, and what is the reason you're playing Blade and Soul? The reason I'm playing Blade and Soul is just because I enjoy it. I mean, my friend, he got me into it. He got me all hyped for it, and then he actually quit. He got me hyped for it when it was first coming out for like closed beta, and then right during launch, he actually just stopped playing completely, and I ended up just playing it just because he got me so hyped for it. I was waiting for it for months to come out for the launch, and I was just like, I started playing it, and I was just hooked. I really enjoyed the combat, the story. I made a lot of good friends. Fortunately, a lot of the really close friends I had just you know, quit and just stopped logging in, which kind of sucks. I still have them added, you know. just it's kind of sad, you know. I still have them added. I'm not gonna ever remove them, but they kind of quit, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, the guy who got me into it, he just he quit during like the launch of the game. But I just got hooked by it. I really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it now. Not as much as I used to, but I just enjoy playing it. I feel like it has some of the best combat in any MMORPG period. That's really the biggest thing for me. The combat is just like insane. I love all the classes. I think it's just a really solid game. Definitely has its cons, but you know, every game has its cons. I just hope they kind of try to focus and improve on the game. All right, another one that probably butcher your name, Playmots. I think that's your name, Playmots. He asked a question: did you play any other MMOs before Blade and Soul? And what is the most favorite thing you liked about Blade and Soul? So let's try to, you know, I try to really answer this question with the last guy. But basically, you know, the combat is my favorite thing about Blade and Soul for sure. I really love the combat. It's just the best in my opinion. It's so much fun. I never get tired of it. If the Blade and Soul didn't have its combat, honestly, I probably would have quit a long time ago. The combat just makes everything fun in my opinion. Even running the same dungeons over and over is still fun, just because how much fun I liked with the combat. And the other question, did you play any other MMOs? I did play, what did I play? I played, I don't know if you guys know about this game, but I played Wizard 101 for literally like freaking 8-9 years of my life when I was a kid. From like 2009 to 2016 or 17. I think 16. I played that game so much, like insane amount, like 10 plus hours every day, especially in the summers, like 11-12 hours a day. I played that game so much. I was addicted to that game. I actually was really good at that game. They had PvP, and I was like I was really, really good, honestly. But I had like a 50 ice, and I was good. I don't know much more to say. I definitely was good at PvP. But I played that game so much. Besides that, I played a bunch. I played, you know, Final Fantasy 14, stuff like that. But overall, Wizard 101, that game was my childhood. I still love that game, but it just turned to total shit. And probably gonna shut down soon, probably in a couple years at the most. But overall, that was like my main MMORPG that I played an insane amount. Like most people, you know, they play World of Warcraft as their first one. Wizard 101, that was my one that I played an insane amount as a kid growing up. Next question is from Mousy McMow. Really love that name because, you know, I am the Catmint, so that's a great name, man. or girl, whoever, if you're female or male. Your question is Jark your real name? Jark is not my real name. My real name is actually Jeremy, so it starts with a J, so it's kind of similar. But yeah, my real name's Jeremy. Jark is just a name I made up a while ago. So, you know, not my real name. I actually really like it though, so I wouldn't mind if it was my real name, or at least my middle name. How often do you play Blade and Soul? I play Blade and Soul, not as much as I used to. Maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day at the most. Maybe on my days off, I'll play like 3 hours. I just always make sure I do my weeklies and stuff like that. That's my main goal, but definitely, you know, not as much as I used to. Lastly, do you like cats? I actually love cats. I have a Siamese kitten right now. His name is Banshee, and I got him off Craigslist for like when he was like a kitten for like $100. He was like only like literally like like a month old. Like he was so small, and now he's getting really big. But yeah, I really love cats a lot, and Siamese is my favorite type of cat. So I'm really glad that I got one. All right, next question is from EUZ Lid. Again, I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry, but your question is, how do you not burn yourself out on the game? Honestly, I don't play as much as I used to. That's the only way you can not burn yourself out. I've had so many friends quit this game just from freaking playing it like 8 hours every day, like a job, and that's fine. It's really fun, but running the same dungeons over and over for like freaking over 6-7 hours a day, every single day, will 100% burn you out. And the way I just do it is just not doing it so much. Like there's multiple days when I don't do like any dungeons whatsoever. Like I just don't do them. I don't feel like doing it. I won't do it now because I'm at a point where I'm geared enough to do any content besides, you know, the new raid, because most people can't do that at all. But most content, any dungeon I can do, no problem. Vortex Temple I do, no problem. So I don't really feel like I'm in a place where I need to just like grind my heart's content to get gear. Like all the gear that I need is just gated through insane amount of gold, like trying to upgrade the Vortex necklace, which is like 1500 moonstone crystals. Like I have no desire to upgrade that. It gives you like a 10% or 5% DPS increase. Like most of the stuff I need to upgrade just is like really expensive and not much of a DPS increase. So I just don't really have a desire to grind anymore, and that's how I don't burn myself out, because I just don't do things I don't feel like doing. I'm at the point where I used to be the person who, like, if I didn't do all my dailies every day, I'd get upset. I'd be like, damn it, I missed out on all this gold. Like, oh my god. And I know a lot of people who are like that, and it's not a good way to play. Nowadays, I'm just like, you know, if I didn't do Hollow's Heart or Starstone Mines, big deal. Like, whatever. I'll catch it and do it tomorrow or the next day. It's not a big deal to me. I feel like that's the best way to play Blade and Soul, because otherwise you're just going to burn yourself out so quick. So to answer your question, just honestly, I just don't force it. If I don't feel like running freaking Hollow's Heart today, or I don't feel like running Desolate Tomb today, I just won't do it. Like, there's no reason to do it. I'm not going to force myself to play something I don't want to play. So that's the best way to not get burned out, in my opinion. Next question is from Michelia. I think that's how you say it. So Michelia asked, let's see, how old are you? So I already answered that by M20. She also asked, what else do you enjoy doing apart from playing MMORPGs? That's a great question. I like going to the gym a lot. I do like working out just because my job, I sit down, so I don't really like sitting a lot when I get home. I like to do something active, like lifting weights or something like that. I also like drawing. I actually draw pretty good, at least in my opinion. Most of my drawings look like anime type people, honestly. That's what everyone says, at least. I don't really think of it like that. That's just how I draw. But I do see what they're saying. Like, I have like the anime eyes and the hair, but that's just my style. So I do like drawing sometimes. That's pretty fun. But overall, that's really the two things I do besides, you know, MMORPGs and working. What is your dream job? Honestly, I really like doing this. This would be pretty cool. Just, you know, wake up, freaking upload some YouTube video, and then stream, and then just hang out at home all day. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. I'm really like an at-home type person. I don't really like going out a lot. I know that sounds kind of weird, but like, I'm not really into like going out to parties and stuff like that. Like, I just enjoy being at home. So it'd be really cool to do something at home, especially if it involved like doing YouTube and playing games and stuff. But that's definitely a dream. Last question is, have you ever considered making a character on the EU server or any other servers for the matter, including China or Korea? EU, not really, just because there's really no point. It's the same version in North America, and it just would have me have more ping, and I don't want to have really bad ping in Blade Soul. Besides that, for China and Korea, I definitely 100% would not want to try those out, just because they're actually worse than North America and Europe in terms of pay to win. Especially, I believe China is the one. It might be Japan, but I believe it's either China or Japan. But they have like an RNG system on all their freaking gear. Actually, I think Korea might have it too. I'm not totally sure. I know some of those regions have it, but basically it's like Black Desert Online where everything's fucking RNG. Like, if you upgrade your Raven weapon, it has a chance to fail. Or if you upgrade an accessory, it has a chance to actually fail. Like, that's insane to me that you could waste all your materials and fail it. I'm so glad they didn't add that to North America and Europe. Otherwise, I would freaking quit this game so quick. I hate those type of systems where you literally farm all day for an item to upgrade and then you have a chance to fail it. That's insane. But those regions have it, and definitely makes me stay away from those. Also, you know, in Korea, China, those type of regions, they don't mind pay to win as much as us. So that region is definitely way more pay to win. So in total, I would not go to those regions, honestly, just because it's against everything I like. The only reason why I would check out Korea is just because I like getting a sneak peek of the content, because, you know, they mostly copy and paste the content from Korea into North America and Europe. But overall, these regions, in my opinion, are definitely way better in every way. Alright, another name, this guy, I can't pronounce his name, is TUU space WYSEUR. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, man. I'm sorry. But his question is, why did you decide to main Blade Dancer? That's actually a really great question. Honestly, it's been like 2 years. It's hard to remember, but I know the first reason was just because I love melee classes. Like, ranged classes, honestly, I get kind of bored of after a while. I like being close up and fighting, like, in close quarters. Also, I love classes with like blades and stuff like that and swords, so that was definitely a thing. So I was kind of narrowing it down to Blade Master and Blade Dancer, and then mind you, at the time of launch, Warlock wasn't out, and, you know, Gunslinger wasn't out. Neither was Soul Fighter, so wasn't a lot of choices. But I kind of narrowed it down to Blade Master and Blade Dancer. And then when I checked out both classes, I liked that Blade Dancer was more DPS focused because Blade Master was more of a tank. And I like just doing a ton of damage, so that's really why I went for Blade Dancer, just because sword class, and I like melee, and then they're more DPS focused than Blade Master, so definitely was cool to me. Also, I think the Lin race is actually kind of fun to play. I don't really like playing as like human races in MMORPGs. I always like playing as like a, I don't know, some type of weird like freaking midget race or like elf race or something, just, I don't know, something weird. So the Lin's definitely, you know, catered to me. But overall, that's kind of why I did, just because, you know, DPS focused. Alright guys, so we had to switch up the scenery, just, you know, get a fresh little look in the game. Got another question, so let's check it out. So this next question is from Danielson. He says, are you planning to play any other games soon? All the games I plan to play are definitely MMORPGs. I was planning to play Bless Online, but that game, I tried playing it, and I could not play it to save my life. It was horrible. And honestly, the game is kind of average, so just wasn't worth really spending time into it, honestly, in my opinion. I feel like my time is valuable. I don't really want to put it into an MMORPG that isn't, like, really great, in my opinion. So besides that, I think Crowfall is kind of cool. It looks very different. I feel like that'll be, at least for a closed beta sometime soon. Definitely probably by the end of the year, if not the beginning of the new year. Besides that, it's not a lot of MMORPGs that are coming out that I'm really interested in. Alright, so we got another question from FSN Bubblegum. This is actually a pretty good question. I like this question. But his question is, one thing you wish for NCSoft to do in the game that will make the game amazing. That's really hard to pick one, in my opinion, because there's so many things they could do better. Honestly, like, I have to separate it, because there's things that I wish NCSoft would do as, you know, managing the game, and then there's things I wish they would add to the actual in-game itself. So I would give one for each. I'm going to cheat a little bit. One thing I wish for the in-game is that I wish they would add more open world content. There's a lot of really great areas in this game that I feel like are completely empty or just no reason to go back to. In a lot of my videos, you'll probably notice that I go back to a lot of older content just because I like exploring like the whole Universe of Blade and Soul, and it's just so sad how empty it is, and there's no reason to go back there. Like 90% of the game is just in F8, just spamming dungeons. That's cool, but I would love for them to add more content outside F8 to actually have fun in and interact with players. One of the reasons I've heard rumors, people tell me that the reason why they don't do this is because the current engine can't handle that many players at one spot, which, you know, is kind of believable, because I remember when Beast Ball was out and stuff like that, it was really bad. Like, people were lagging and DCing all the time. But hopefully, maybe with the new engine, we might get some, you know, open world content. Maybe with the Unreal Engine 4, maybe they'll be like, you know what, let's add some, you know, world bosses. Let's add some places for people to interact inside the game, not just at F8 all day long. I would love for that. I think that'd be a great idea. That's the first thing I would do if I worked for NCSoft or was part of their team. So I hope they do that. Now, the other thing is, you know, the separation of them as, you know, a company. The one thing I wish they do with that is to stop nerfing materials for no reason. Well, I know the reason, but for example, they do things that are just, that make no sense or are just really greedy, in my opinion. Like, I don't have a problem with the game being, like, I don't have a problem with them putting stuff in daily deals or doing even the treasure trove. Like, it's fine. I don't really mind that much. I don't hate the game for that. Obviously, I kind of wish they did it, but it's not something that will make me quit the game. And I feel like a lot of players don't really mind that too. Like, hey, maybe you worked hard this week, you didn't really get a lot of time to play the game, and you want to spend some of your hard-earned money to buy some materials to upgrade faster. It's not really that big of a deal. The problem I have is when they start ninja nerfing stuff and taking out ways to get gold to force you to freaking have to buy stuff from the daily deal. Otherwise, you can't upgrade at all. You like feel forced to buy things or buy gold with real life money because you feel like you're never going to be able to upgrade if you don't. For example, removing the Elder Dragon Starstone bots, whatever it's called, the 100 gold bots, the RNG bots that gave tons of gold from like Hollow's Heart and stuff like that. That's a clear example of them taking out a way to farm for gold to force you to basically suffocate free-to-play players and people who don't spend money on the game to have to spend money. And I completely hate that. And there's a ton of players that hate that too. And that's honestly the biggest way to turn off your player base. When you feel like, when you're like forcing them, you're like, you have to go to the daily deal. You have to buy gold. You have to, because we removed all the ways to farm moonstones. We removed all the ways to farm gold. That's a really bad way, and players will quit games instantly for that. And that's why they've lost so many players, in my opinion, because they keep doing that. This is not a new thing. They do it every patch when there's a way to farm gold or materials. They literally will just take it out of the game. They won't even mention it. They didn't even mention the Elder Dragon removal. They didn't say anything. They just ninja removed it, and then they put in some Midnight Twilight flowers. Here you go, guys. Those type of things are unacceptable, in my opinion. And again, I don't mind them. It's a free-to-play game. That's fine. Put in stuff in the daily deal. Put in the treasure trove. Make your money. But don't affect my way of farming for gold and make me feel like I have to spend money to keep up. That's not good. And that's the number one thing I would change if I could. I would definitely get rid of that shit. I would revert all the daily gold nerf changes. Stop doing that. Help out the new players. Don't suffocate them from farming for gold. Don't remove ways to farm for gold or free-to-play players. That's what I would do. That would be the number one thing. And I guarantee you would see a lot of players coming back if they did that. And they probably make more money. The ironic thing is they probably make more money overall if they just did that than them just being greedy and try to make people spend money in the game. So honestly, that's just my thoughts. I just feel like there's a lot of things that you change, but that's the number one thing. Just stop removing stuff from the game for no reason other than just being greedy. But overall, that's kind of a long question answer that I did, but I just want to get that out. The question we got is from Joke, and they asked, what class would you main if you couldn't choose your Blade Dancer, and why? That's actually a pretty good one. I've debated through a few classes from the Warlock. One of the reasons why I've always thought of the Warlock, just because I think they have some of the best animations in the game. I think Dragon Call is so cool. I love the black and blue colors, everything like that. I think they're a really cool class. But that's such a hard question. There's so many great classes. Probably either between the Warlock or maybe even the Assassin. I like the Assassin a lot too. And the reason why I like the Assassin is because it's very, very similar to the Blade Dancer in the sense that it's a close range DPS class and they just do a ton of damage. But the Assassin has a better party utility than the Blade Dancer. So honestly, if I could, I would probably go for the Assassin. I have like a level 49 Assassin, but I never really got into them. So I also like that they have like stealth abilities and stuff like that. I always thought that's really cool. So, you know, if I could pick any class beside Blade Dancer as my main, I'd probably for sure do the Assassin. And the Warlock would be, you know, a close second in my opinion, for sure. So that's the Q&A. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions. If I, for some crazy reason, missed a question, or you have another question when this video is out and I didn't get to cover it, you can just leave a question. I'll definitely answer it. I'm not going to ignore your questions. But definitely, you know, thanks for all the questions. It was pretty fun doing this for sure. Again, that giveaway will be coming very soon. So, you know, check your YouTube by Friday. But overall, more content coming soon. Thank you guys for subscribing. Definitely happy to get to 1K. It's been such a long goal. Very, very happy with that. But that's just my thoughts. By the way, do you guys like this outfit? It's probably my favorite outfit so far. I got the matching blade. I got the matching hairpiece, matching glasses, matching suit. I think I look pretty damn good. Like, I think I look 10 out of 10 for Blade & Soul fashion. So in terms of Blade & Soul fashion, what do you guys think? Even the ears almost match the costume. Like, if the freaking inner part of the ear was gold, I would be like 10 out of 10. I think my Blade & Soul fashion is just amazing in this game. But anyways, thank you guys for everything. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that Q&A. And I'll see you guys really soon.